My name is Amy O'Brien, and I'm Director of the Public Relations Program at Kutztown University, and I teach the agency class. Most of our work so far has been with the Kutztown Community Partnership, which is a nonprofit organization in Kutztown. And the work that the KCP does involves a variety of nonprofit or grassroots organizations. And now we're doing work with the Strand Theater project. So as that building gets renovated and kind of repurposed and expanded to include a variety of community events, the agency students are working on communications to support that.
I'm Barbara Vogelgesang. I'm the Theater and Outreach Director for Kutztown Community Partnership, which is the caretakers of the Strand Theater. I did theater to pay for college. That's how I started doing theater in Long Island. And my senior year, I got an internship with Ringling Brothers Barnum Bailey Circus, worked for them, wound up running away with the circus and being a circus clown. And while we always did it's called come in. So before the show starts, all the clowns go in the audience and do meet and greet. And this father came up to me and he asked me if I would come and meet his daughter. She really wanted to meet a clown, a girl clown. So I went over and we were sitting together playing and talking. She must have been about 8. And then I said goodbye because the whistle blew and I had to get backstage. So during intermission, we went out again and he came to me and he said, "Thank you so much. This is the last time my daughter will ever go to the circus." And I thought, why? We come here every year. And he said, "No, she has cancer and she's not going to make it. But you have encouraged her and made her smile, and she hasn't smiled in weeks." You forget how the effect that the arts have on people, even in big, little tiny ways. So when you think of performing arts, you think, people think I'm a star, right? Oh, you're in the limelight. But for me, those were the moments that are the reason why the arts are important. Because they make something better for someone. Here at KCP, we thought it was so advantageous for us to partner with the PR program, the agency up at KU, because they can take the whole digital side of what we need to do and bring it to life. They have the skills, they have the resources to do it, and they're really fun to work with. So some of the things I see the students helping us develop a Strand-specific website and helping us with the social media campaign for the Strand, because the students are equipped in knowing how to tie that all together so that it's really effective and it's well thought out. It's not just posting. There's a plan, and they understand that.
Hi, I'm Nicole Barbarito, and I'm in the agency. I loved working with the Strand and being able to create a mock website for them to see how they could update their style and their user accessibility. The agency has been a really unique experience to allow me to collaborate with other people in PR, learn from them, and also see what unique abilities each individual person has to give a team. For instance, Maddie's really good with design, so she came up with what the color pattern should be for the website.
Okay, so I created this brand board with a color palette and fonts for branding of the Strand Theater. We're going for an Art Deco vibe, and this is our primary color palette, and this is our secondary where we'll add in like little spots of red. Here are some inspiration pictures of what the movie theater could look like with those colors and having the Art Deco vibe.
And Ashley is really good at looking things in an analytical way and responding thoughtfully.
So
So right now I am working on a website audit for the KCP's website. It has some updates that it definitely needs to go through. I'm currently going through the website page by page to make sure that we cover all of our bases. It has a very strong base with information. Our focus is more on organizing that information and making it easier for visitors to find what they're looking for and what the KCP offers.
So she was really good at looking at the website and piecing it down so we could give feedback on what should be updated.
So far we've been creating mock posts for our social media proposal. In the Instagram stories we've incorporated some of the branding ideas and the color scheme with the Art Deco, and then we've created mock posts for Timeline Tuesdays so far and some ideas for fundraiser posts.
I'm having a mentee.
What are you doing right now? Can you tell the world what you're doing?
I am writing up a social media pitch for Strand Theater to be presented by Barbara to the KCP.
Hi, I'm Juliana. I'm a senior public relations major and I am a member of the agency. So I like our agency class because it's very hands-on approach to PR as opposed to most of the education that you get in like your earlier college years. You kind of get to actually apply it since we are operating as a PR agency and working with the KCP on the Strand. It's more of a business than a class.
So here's some of the stuff that I've been working on with the agency. This is a pitch for social media accounts for Strand Theater. This was sent over to the KCP and they loved it. We have some really cool mock-ups that Dana and Maddie made, and they've also been doing a lot with planning the social media.
I'm Dana. I'm a senior public relations major and I'm a member of the agency. So I've been playing soccer for like 16 years now, and I think over time it's really developed my identity and who I am through like just working with others and coaches, and it's a full team sport, so knowing that we're all playing for like a common goal of winning is something that's taught me a lot, and I think that led me to the type of person I am today with school and like working towards a career. I'm really interested in writing and communicating and working with media, so having that interest along with soccer and everything that it's given me has kind of been a way I've been able to combine the two for a career. I really hope to do sports PR where I can work directly with the team or an athlete.
Walking through the Baseball Hall of Fame totally made me think that storytelling is absolutely the heart of public relations, because that entire building full of old baseballs and gloves and Kurt Schilling's bloody sock, it's all telling the story of baseball with the idea of promoting the sport and promoting the MLB. So to take that sort of practical, kind of fun use of story and build that into a class where we're creating videos and we're making fact sheets feels like a productive way to get students engaged with the craft.
So if you are participating in the visit to the Strand, which I think will involve kind of a quick tour as well as the ghost, call them ghosts or spirits or whatever, as well as that, what I would like for you to do is like a first person, or at least some kind of writing. Maybe I don't want to be so prescriptive, but your impressions of the Strand, it could be your experiences, you know, on the ghost hunt, it could be something related to your visit there that day.
Hi, I'm Peter Overcast. We're part of a group called Casper Paranormal. We're at the Strand in Kutztown. We already did one investigation and we found a number of things. And now we're going to have some other people come in and we're going to do another investigation.
I'm going to just start it off. Basically, everybody's like kind of quiet, and then I'll just ask, and I just talk conversationally. So at some point, if anybody has a question that they'd like to ask, if we start to get any kind of communication and you want to ask a question, You just have to ask the question and then pause and give it a couple of minutes, like a minute or so, to respond if it's going to. Well, if you're here tonight, Sandy's here, and we just brought some friends along too. They're really interested in the Strand. They're working on a project for us, so they're going to help kind of rebuild the Strand with us.
So when you and I were sitting down talking about the Strand and raising money, we talked about grants. So we have gotten now 2 grants, grant money to purchase the Strand, and grant money to start fixing it up. Should I stay out of politics? If so, turn on the flashlight. I'm tending to agree with you. If you say yes, I should stay out of politics.
How about turn the flashlight on if you think Sandy should stay out of politics? That was a really quick answer.
Yeah, I agree with you, Paul. I'm staying out of politics.
Terrifying.
Actually, I love Halloween, so I don't think this is, honestly, we go to like the Eastern State Penitentiary, and we live really close to where the Penhurst is.
Right here, they have these little decorations. These are from like the 30s or something.
That is wild.
Yeah. And if you can...
have you been down here before then?
I've learned all about it. If you can, look for little doodles, because what's the artist's name?
Keith Haring?
Keith Haring worked here.
Oh, get out.
And he used to doodle on things. So Dr. O'Brien was like, watch out for some old stuff.
Oh, that's amazing. Hello? My husband does that because he watches all those ghost shows.
He says hello?
He walks into a space and will be like, hello? He and my one daughter do it. I love this because I would love to, it would have been amazing that they took the time to do that on a basement wall. Yeah. So I bet it was remember they talked about this?
Yeah, so somewhere, I have no idea where, but you'll find these tubes that they're hidden and that you can climb up and down them. I don't know where they are.
Now look at this too, look at that. So these were open.
Yeah.
Like if you were to serve people.
Yeah. Oh.
This is new.
Yeah.
But this is original. Or this is before this. They closed it. They swung open at one point. Prices for this attraction. Hand out of the way. My grandparents used to hide stuff like this in their house. That's so cool.
I'm Evan Santos. I graduated in May of 2023, and I was a student in the agency. So a lot of the early months in that fall semester were about looking at the history of the Strand itself. Then once it started, and the Hermans who started the theater, and kind of learning the history up through Paul Angstadt, who was the most recent owner. And then after that, we kind of got into the interviewing people, because there were 3 owners that have worked with the theater, and there were a lot of different people, whether it be attended Kutztown High School or just kind of grew up in the family and worked in the theater. So our next kind of outreach part was going and reaching out to people that worked at the theater and interviewing them. And I was lucky enough to interview the son of one of the owners, which was really cool because the theater was really his whole life. His son told me, his dad would wake up, eat breakfast, get in a suit and go to the theater, and that was his day, day in and day out, and that's like how the family grew up. In fact, the family at one point lived above the theater. There's an apartment above the Strand that was their house, which is just crazy to think about. And then you know, amongst all the interviews and all the research, we actually went to the Strand numerous times and got to see that. And it was really cool to find out the history and interview these people that have worked there through the last 100 years and then actually kind of start to piece it together.
Because I've been doing some other stuff that I want to show you. This is a timeline of the Strand history in narrative form. So this is going on the website. This took a little bit of time just to get everything like situated with getting everything in order and making sure I didn't miss anything.
You know, the theater has a rich history that a lot of the people of Kutztown know, and I think as the news came out about the Strand, they were worried about kind of preserving that history and making sure the KCP and, you know, just the people that were going to take ownership of it did a good job.
The proposed renderings look horrifying. Please listen to the residents and reconsider.
Give me a mean one.
Let's not lose it to a performance space with no heart and soul. Kutztown doesn't need another place to go and drink alcohol. Give us movies. People on the Facebook page. Community hub and event space are all somewhat empty words that don't really inspire confidence in the future of a theater. This place was a gem for a century. I myself have so much nostalgia for the Saturday cult film series. Things like that actually brought people together, not this.
It just makes me sad that these people feel very closed off to the possibility of like a positive outcome, right? What they also don't know maybe or don't realize is that in its beginnings, the Strand was a community space. It was exactly what that comment is railing against. It was exactly used for gatherings, for graduations, for the potato festival in the way back when. Like that is the foundation of this enterprise. So to like put all your eggs in the basket of theater, movie theater specifically, is just, it sells it short.
It's big. It's a really big project to take this historic building that was built in the early 1900s and update it so that we can make it a center for not only performing arts, but education arts, a place where the community could come together. It's a multi-phased project. It's a lot. The number that I have heard to pay for this project is $3.5 million, which I can't think of. I have to think of it in bites.
And, you know, as Dr. O'Brien says, the agency's always a work in progress, and it's tough to start a class and then not, like, finish it, so to say, because you kind of pass it on to the next year then. But I think that's kind of also what's cool about it, is we're going to have Kutztown students throughout the years be able to touch this project, and we can all kind of, once it's done, come back and say, like, we were part of this.
Oh my god, the mold.
Ew, don't zoom in on it. People don't want to see that.
I'm zooming in even further.